are the Jolly Beggars. We are stoked to be playing for you. We have a bunch of our traditional Celtic folk music to share with you, and looking at the computer screen, it is like 10 seconds behind at least, so this is going to be terribly disorienting. Oh well, let's do it.
Tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. I pull my hair, steal my coat, but that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please tell me who is she? Well, Albert Moon says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knocking at the door, ringing at the bell, saying, oh my true love, are you well? Well, out she comes as white as snow, bells on her fingers and rings on her toes. Johnny Murphy says he'll die, she doesn't get the fellow with the probing eye. I tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, steal my coat, and that's alright till I get home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please don't you tell me who is she?
When the rain and the hail come high and the snow comes tumbling from the sky,
She's as sweet as apple pie, and she'll get her lap by and by.
when she finds a lad of her own, she won't tell them all when she gets home. Let them all come as they will. It's Albert Mooney she loves still.
Tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, steal my coat, but that's alright till I get home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please don't you tell me who is she? Tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. I pull my hair, steal my coat, but that's alright till I get home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Tell my mom when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, steal my coat, but that's alright till I get home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she?
There was an old woman in our town who in our town did dwell. She loved her old man dearly, but another man twice as well.
With your whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
So she went down to the doctor to see what she could find. To see what she could find that would make her old man blind. With a
Whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
feed him eggs and marrow bone and make him sup them all. And it won't be very long before he could see her at all. With a
Whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
So she fed him eggs and marrow bone and made him sup them all. And it wasn't very long before he couldn't see her at all. With a
Whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay. Well, now that I am old and blind and tired of my life, I'll go down to the river's edge and there I'll take me life. With me whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
to drown yourself, no, that would be a sin. But I'll go with you to the river's edge, and there I'll push you in with
Me whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
So the woman got a running start to push the old man in. But the old man, he stepped aside, the woman, she fell in with
Me whack for two, a laddie, and your whack for two, a lay.
She cried for help, she screamed for help, and loudly she did call. The old man, he said,
I'm so blind I can't see you at all.
Oh, and my whack for Turalati and your whack for Turalay.
So she swam and swam and swam and swam straight to the river's brim. But the old man got a great big pole and pushed her further in. Oh, with
My whack for Turalati and your whack for Turalay.
So eating eggs and marrowbone won't make your old man blind. If you want to do him in, you must sneak up from behind. With me whack for
Turalati and your whack for Turalay.
Say with me whack
for Turalati and your whack for Turalay.
Thank you all so much. We are the Jolly Beggars. We have been a traditional Celtic folk band performing around the state of Connecticut for about 12 years. We met when we were in our undergrad at the Hart School of Music, which is also pretty soon after I joined First Church West Hartford, in their adult choir as a section leader, and I've been a member there since then, and we have been a Celtic band since then. If this is your first time hearing us, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. The month of March is routinely our busiest month out of the year. We're performing anywhere from like 18 to 20 performances around the state. After our full-time job, we are all public school teachers around the state of Connecticut as well. And obviously last year, that kind of threw a wrench in our plans when the whole world shut down right at the beginning of our St. Patrick's season. So in this year, we are still more or less experiencing the same thing. We're doing a few more live streaming events, and we are thrilled to be a part of Arts in the Center to have you folks be a part of our St. Patrick's plans as well. The first song played for you was a song called Tell My Ma. That was a song we recorded for our second studio album, which was called Bound Far Away. We recorded that back in 2011. And the song we just performed was called Eggs and Marrowbone. It's a ballad from either England or Ireland or Scotland. No one really knows. Some people call it The Woman of Wexford. We call it Eggs and Marrowbone. We recorded that for our most recent album, which was called Against the Wide Sky. That one came out in 2017. So we're going to continue on with an instrumental set that we have not named yet. Two of the tunes from this were tunes that we found from a band called Elixir. They are a folk dance band that we fell in love with back when we were in undergrad. So for now, we're calling this song Elixir Sandwich until we think of a better name, and it's probably never going to happen. Here we go. So Matt's saying something, let's check, make sure everything's going fine.
Yeah. What is next?
Brian O'Lynn.
So, how's everybody doing on the internet? You'd think that having done all these different live stream shows and all this new format, we'd have this figured out yet, how to talk to people who aren't sitting here in front of us, but believe it or not, we don't. That set was by a band called Elixir. The next tune we're going to do is a tune called Brian O'Lynn. Oh my gosh, it's snowing outside. What is March? This is crazy. The next tune is called Brian O'Lynn. It's amongst a bunch of new tunes that you're going to hear today that we were hoping to premiere last March. We never got the chance when the whole world shut down, but we are here bringing it to you today live on YouTube. For you, West Hartford.
Or wherever you may be.
For all you do.
Alright, this is Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn had no shirt to his back, so he went to a neighbor and borrowed a sack. He puckered the meal bag up under his chin. Now they'll take them for ruffles, says Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn was hard up for a coat, so he borrowed skin from a neighboring goat, with the horns sticking out of the pockets, and then now they'll take them for pistols, says Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn had no stockings to wear, so he got him a rat skin to make him a pair. He drew them all up and they fit in his shin. Oh, it's elegant wear, says Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn had no shoes to his toes, so he hopped into crab shells to serve him for those. He joined out two oysters that matched like a twin. Now they'll take them for buckles, says Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn had no watch to put on, so he scooped out a turnip to serve him for one. He shined out the oysters and put them in them. Now they'll think it's a chicken, says Brian O'Lynn. Now Brian O'Lynn to his house had no door. He'd the sky for a roof and the bog for a floor. He'd a way to climb out and a way to swim in. It's a fine habitation, says Brian O'Lynn. Brian O'Lynn.
All right.
I'm checking on my phone just to make sure we've got people on the outside. We do have 5 members of this band. Our percussionist, Matt, is... There we go. Matt's on top of it. Thank you, Matt. So Matt is our percussionist. He is still taking care of himself and his fiance, staying distance at their apartment in Willimantic, but he's been helping on the tech side of things, helping out with some of our online video editing and making sure everything's good. So thank you to Matt for helping out with all of this. It is snowing a lot outside. How weird.
My mom just texted me that I'm not in the frame enough. So should I need to move over towards you, Greg?
Tell your mom to move her camera.
You hear that, Mom?
Move your computer.
Move your computer.
Because this, I guess David should be in frame for this one because he does sing this next song. So, when we first started as a band, we didn't have a whole ton of repertoire. We were booking ourselves for 3-hour gigs long before we had 3 hours worth of music. And so we get asked to play a lot of different songs that we didn't know how to play. You're not going to be able to see it until like 20 seconds later.
Is that? I thought it was the camera anyway, right?
No. So, this was a song that we got asked to play a whole ton, but we never, we eventually decided, we should probably do it since we've been asked so many times. This is an old Scottish song that you're probably familiar with called Loch Lomond. You are more than welcome to sing along with it. We recorded it for our most recent album, which is called Against the Wide Sky, and we're going to perform it for you as soon as Jeff gets back over here.
We think you made it better. But you know,
That
as
he's
we're
standing
saying
there
this.
for another 20 seconds. The delay is long.
Alright, Dave, why don't you sing us a song?
I think I will.
1, 2, 3.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond.
David Ewell, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody.
Ask your mom if it's better.
Is it better, Mom?
We'll find out.
Text me. I'll get it in like 45 seconds.
Yeah. Alrighty, we are sorry to keep pulling out my phone. Just checking, looking like we're in good shape.
Getting feedback. What are they saying in the comments?
I don't know. I
Wants to
can't
know.
read this far away. All right, we're gonna continue on with one of our newer instrumental sets. We don't have a name for this one yet, but Chris is gonna play it for you on the Irish flute. I've got mandolin. Jeff's got his guitar. David's got his double bass. Enjoy. We have, for whatever reason, whenever the Jolly Beggars try to play at First Church, West Hartford, we always get the worst weather or just the strangest weather. We've, so the church has our summer concert series in August, the Sun is Shining concert series, and we've, the Beggars have played there, I think, 3 summers, and every single time it has rained on the night we were supposed to perform, so we've either moved it into the church's meeting house or we've just found another date. And even now we're doing our part in the Arts in the Center concert series. it started snowing in the middle of it, but nothing stuck. So, and it was like 68 degrees 2 days ago. So,
We played their Super
New
Bowl
England.
Sunday once. Remember?
We did?
Yeah, we did Super Bowl Sunday at your church one year.
I believe you.
I was there.
So at least David played a concert on some Super Bowl Sunday.
Solo bass concert.
All right. Alrighty, we're going to continue with another one of our arrangements. We were hoping to debut in March 2020 before the whole world shut down. So this, we have performed at some of our other live streaming events, so if you've seen any of those, you might recognize the song. If not, enjoy it. It's called One April Morning.
Just as the sun was rising, 'twas on one April morning, I heard a songbird sing. She was singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy, and sweet were the notes that I heard the songbird sing. They're full of all deceiving. Oh, young men are false and they seldom do prove true. For they're roving and they're raging, their minds are ever changing, seeking for to find out some other girl that's new. A long, long time in courting. Oh, young man, why do you spend your single lives in vain? For I've no intent to marry, I'd rather longer tarry. Oh, young man, why do you spend your single days in vain? Oh, if I only had but my own true heart in keeping. Oh, if I only had but my own true heart back again. Well then close to my bosom, I'd lock it there forever, never for to stray so very far from me. Just as the sun was rising, 'twas on one April morning, I heard a songbird sing. She was singing lovely Nancy, for love it is a fancy, and sweet were the notes that I heard the songbird sing.
One April morning.
I like that one. You know,
Thanks, Steve.
Alrighty, we're gonna do one more song with a full band. I'll do a song for you, and then we'll continue on with our afternoon concert. So thank you so much again for tuning in. I have no clue what the comments say because the screen is far away on top of a little platform that Dave and his wife Kayla installed for their cat to look at the birds as they fly around outside.
They're all out there right now.
The birds are outside. Your
She's
cat is
stuck
missing
inside.
out. But
Your mom
here's
says
taking
hi.
over. Hi,
Okay,
Mom.
cool. Our moms are watching. We
Yeah,
know
good to
that.
know that. Good to know that our moms are enjoying it.
Dan says we sound good.
That's
Thank you,
good.
Dan.
Matt chants Dave, 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 Dave.
Thank you, Matt. My man.
And Elizabeth says, sounds good, you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Beautiful. That's
Back
what I
you,
wanted to hear.
Elizabeth.
Was that Matt like our Matt?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the bandmate who's not here
And
our
our
moms.
moms. This is how you know we've made it to the big time after 12 years.
We have to
We
see
can do a
Joe's
lot.
face.
Oh, brother.
Oh
All
man,
right.
I look like a ghost.
Yeah, it's pretty pale.
Yo, what is Ghost?
Alrighty. This next song is it's an old Irish ballad called Peggy Gordon. We kind of became familiar with it when the Chieftains, a landmark Irish band, came out with an album probably about 10 years ago or so called Voice of Ages. Every single track of it had a different guest artist. Some of them were very well-known musicians. Some of them were at least less known to me, I suppose I should say. This one was one with a group called the Secret Sisters. And we liked their arrangement so much, we kind of tried to do it in a slow ballad form instead of the kind of plodding drinking song that you might also have heard it in the style of. So, this is Peggy Gordon.
Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I'm so deep in love that I can't deny it. My heart lies smothered in my breast, but it's not for you to let the world know it. A troubled mind can find no rest. I lean myself on a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare. For when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking, wishing Peggy Gordon was there. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I wished I was in a lonesome valley where womankind cannot be found, and the pretty small birds do change their voices, and every moment a different sound. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason
Alrighty, I'm going to give the rest of the band a break. I'm going to do a song by myself, and then we'll get the... Do you two want to do a set after that?
Sure.
Okay. Then we'll get another instrumental set, and then we'll get the whole band back together. This whole concert series, even when virtual, is made possible by the First Church West Hartford Music and Fine Arts Fund. If you would like to help support the church so we can continue to have virtual concerts such as this, you can make your way to our church website, which is whfirstchurch.org, West Hartford, whfirstchurch.org. You can find out how to donate to the Music and Fine Arts Fund. We do have one other concert coming up in our Arts in the Center series for 2021 before the summer. Hiroya Tsukamoto is a guitarist who came to our church, I don't remember off the top of my head how many years ago. I want to say about 5 years ago. He was living in Japan. He's currently living in New York City. He's going to be hosting another live streaming concert for us in April, and more information about that will be available at our website. It'll be streaming right here on the same very YouTube channel. I'm going to do a song for you now that I first heard Chris and our friend Tony perform back when we were undergraduates at the Hart School of Music. There was a national music education organization that used to be called MENC, the Music Educators National Conference. Now it has another name, don't worry about it. We used to do a benefit concert at a church in Plainville, where I now teach, and they did a song called There Were Roses, which is a beautiful and heart-wrenching song about the troubles in Ireland, and about how for a lot of Irish history, not just Irish history, but world history, a lot of people put a lot of stock in what churches people go to and not just who they are as human beings. So this is a song about that, and I'm going to do it for you right now. A song for you this evening, it's not to make you sad, nor for adding to the sorrows of our troubled northern land. But lately I've been thinking, and it just won't leave my mind. Tell you of two friends in time, they were both good friends of mine. Isaac Scott from Bene lived just across the fields, a good man for the music, the dancing and the reels. MacDonald came from South Armagh to court young Alice Fair. We would meet on the Ryan Road, and laughter filled the air. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of a people ran together. Now Isaac, he was Protestant, Sean was Catholic born. It never made a difference, for the friendship, it was strong. Sometimes late at night when we would hear the sound of drums, we said it won't divide us, we always will be one. For the ground our fathers plowed in, the soil it is the same. The places where we worship have just got different names. We thought about the friends who died and hoped there'd be no more. It was little then we realized the tragedy in store. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of a people ran together. It was on a Sunday evening when the awful news came round. Another killing had been done just outside Newry town. We knew that Isaac danced up there, we knew he liked the band. But when we found out he was dead, we could not understand. We gathered round the graveside on a cold and rainy day. The minister, he bowed his head, for no revenge he prayed. And all of us who knew him from along the Ryan Road, we bowed our heads and said a prayer for the resting of his soul. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of a people ran together. Fear had filled the countryside, there was fear in every home. When late at night, a car came prowling round the Ryan Road. A Catholic would be killed tonight to even up the score. Christ, it's young MacDonald that they've taken from the door. But Isaac was my friend, he cried, and begged them with his tears. But centuries of hatred have ears that do not hear. An eye for an eye, that was always on their mind. Another eye for another eye, till everyone is blind. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of a people ran together. My song for you this evening, it's not to make you sad, nor for adding to the sorrows of our troubled northern land. But lately I've been thinking, and it just won't leave my mind. Tell you of two friends in time, they were both good friends of mine. I'm not sure where the moral is, or where this song should end. Just how many lives are lost between the best of friends. But the ones who give the orders know they're not the ones to die. It's Scott and it's MacDonald, and it's the likes of you and I. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of a people ran together. Thanks. Now for something a little bit lighter. I'll have Jeff and Chris back to play you some instrumental music that's not quite so much of a bummer.
Good job, Greg.
Hey, the sun's out too. Oh, never mind, it's going away. We are going to play a couple of tunes that Jeff and I kind of, we started playing together last month, maybe a month or two ago. When we were starting to get back out in public. We weren't singing, but we were playing some instrumental things at the Gaelic Club in Fairfield. And we learned these two tunes from a woman who plays at a bunch of Irish sessions around Connecticut, Virginia. And the name of the first tune is called Made on the Green. I don't recall the name of the second tune, unfortunately. But we are naming these Ginny's Jigs.
they saying in the comments?
What are they saying?
I don't know. You're the one who's
I got
closest.
to know.
If I go up there,
We're gonna check it in the comment section. See a pale David looking at the comments.
Beautiful song from a beautiful spirit. Thanks for sharing from Elliot.
Oh,
The Congregational Church of Middlebury, Vermont is checking it out.
Hi, Elizabeth.
up?
Alrighty, we're gonna get the band back together. This is another one of our more recent arrangements. You probably heard it if you tuned into any of our summer live streaming concerts. This was a song that I found on YouTube. There is a festival, a music festival that happens up in Cape Breton. Sorry, the video delay is still tripping me out. We took a trip to Cape Breton with Matt, our percussionist, who is not here today because he is still staying safe at home in Willimantic. But we took him up to Cape Breton for his bachelor party, and we got to explore the music scene up there and explore the beautiful nature up there. So there's a music festival that happens in autumn called Celtic Colors. I was just watching a whole bunch of the videos because they post them all online, and there was one by a singer named Derry Farrell, who's very reminiscent of like a lot of the Irish folk music icons that Jeff got us into when this band was just starting, and we didn't know anything about Irish music. Some could argue we still don't know much of anything about it. And so he was performing a song called The Craig in White Hair, and I thought, oh, this is a really cool song. So I was listening to it, I was trying to learn it, and I didn't want to tell Jeff because I wanted to have a song that I knew all the words to and Jeff had never heard before for once in our 12 years as a band. And I told Jeff about it, and he had already learned the whole song on his own. So we split it. So we trade off verses. So this is The Craig in White Hair. Swift as a swallow as she flies through the air. You may tramp the world over, but none could compare to the pride of Low Craig in that bonny white hair.
One fine Sunday morning, as you may suppose, the red sun from over the green mountain rose. Barney Conway came down and he loudly declared, today I'll put an end to that Craig in white hair.
So we searched through the lowlands and down through the glens, among the wild thrushes where the white hair had danced, till at last coming down o'er the bog bank so fair, from behind a white thistle jumps out the white hair.
Bang, bang went his gun and his dog she slipped too, as swift as the wind o'er the green mountain flew. But she soon came back, that which made poor Barney sigh, for he knew that the white hair had bid him goodbye.
Sportsmen down here from Pomeroy, from Cookstown, Dungannon, and likewise the Moy. With our pedigree greyhounds we've travelled from far, and we've gone down to Craigan in our fine motor car.
Well, down through the lowlands these huntsmen did go, to search for the white hair. They looked high and low, till at last Barney Conway came over Broadbank so bare, crying out to the huntsmen, there lies the white hair.
So they called up their greyhounds from off the green lea. Barney and the huntsmen, they jumped high with glee. It was there on the turf bank all gathered around, 7 dogs and 9 men did that poor hare surround.
And raised her big ears. Oh, she stood on her hind legs, and with one gallant spring she jumped over the greyhounds and leapt through the ring.
Oh, the chase it went on, 'twas a beautiful view, as swift as the wind o'er the green mountains flew. But those pedigree greyhounds, they didn't get too far. They came back and went home in their fine motor car.
Well, now to conclude and to finish this rhyme, I hope you'll excuse me for wasting your time. If there's any among you from Carrickmore Fair, raise your glass, drink a health to that pregnant white hair.
Craig and white hair.
Train?
Oh, sure.
Go right to that. Alrighty, we've got a couple more songs for you this afternoon. But we've done an okay job trying to fill up our March, as I mentioned earlier. Our month of March is usually filled with 15 to 20 gigs all around the state of Connecticut, sometimes even outside of the state of Connecticut. Last year was the first year in about 8 or 9 years that we hadn't done that. We did have one big St. Patrick's live stream on St. Patrick's Day last year, which was only a few days after the whole world had shut down. We will be doing another live streaming concert this Saturday on March 20th, starting at 4 p.m. from our Facebook page. If you look for The Jolly Beggars, there's a picture of us laughing while playing music together. There are plenty of those. That's our profile picture right now. You can tune in there on Saturday afternoon. We'll be doing, hopefully, our last annual live stream concert, because hopefully in 2022, we won't have to do live streams. We'll just be able to play for you in person. We are getting cautiously optimistic about that prospect. All 5 members, including Matt, all 5 members of the band have at least gotten their first vaccine shot. Dave got the one and done, so he's already immortal and immune from any bad things ever happening to him for the rest of his life. And the rest of us are halfway. We got our first shot within the last few weeks from our respective school districts. So if you're looking for some more St. Patrick's music, tune in on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. You'll be able to watch us probably exactly where we're sitting right now. We're going to continue with a song that Jeff found and we added to our repertoire last year. Even though it's about how the rich get richer and the powerful get more powerful in Ireland, it seemed relatively pertinent to what was happening in America about a year ago, and some could argue still to this day. So, this song is called This Train's Not Bound for Glory.
Not bound for glory. Our leaders cannot lead in a system set to stuff them out, save the ones with the moneyest greed. The rich are getting richer while the poor lay out the street. Is there anybody out there who can get us off our knees? Oh please. 800 years we've stooped down low, browbeaten and displaced. It was yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, no you got it in your face. And we had it all right here, my boys, in the palms of our own hands, till it flew right through our finger crease and blew away like sand. Oh man, we're living in a land of crooked men with crooked smiles, crooked pennies lining their pockets in crooked bets they spend the dime. Crooked laws that like to hide behind as they go from town to town. Is there any how or any way to bring them crashing down? Now some are just unlucky, but more are uninformed. Well, it's mindless wit and bits of coal have no place in our dole. Well, we're used to having cowboys circling wagons from outside, or when they're counting cents inside the tent, you better shout this far and shout this wide. they spend the night. Crooked laws they like to hide behind as they roll from town to town. Is there any how or any way to bring them crashing down? O'Neill and David, Captain Clark and Connolly, Pierce O'Connell, Collins gave their lives for you and me. Now it's passion, cause, and selflessness, our fodder for the birds. Let's get them out, let's keep them out, let's make them eat their own dirt words. Like a waving bloody testament to a disconnected hope. A nation shame put on a plane and stripped of right to vote. While at home the stench of bailouts, ripple rounds and guarantees. Leave the small man crush the banks untouched and draconian mafia so free. We're living in a land of crooked men with crooked smiles. Crooked pennies lie in their pockets and crooked beds they spend the night. Crooked laws they like to hide behind as they go from town to town. Is there any how or any way to bring them crashing down? Like a wave on Buenos sandy shores, the ocean roars and screams. Like a rich unbending river band that flows down to the sea. Well, 10,000 trees that hit the ground, we want to see them out in their rears. For they rip the land that we love best and think we do not care out here. We're living in a land of crooked men with crooked smiles. Crooked pennies line their pockets and crooked beds they spend the night. Crooked laws they like to hide behind as they roll from town to town. Is there any how or any way to bring them crashing down? Cause we're living in a land of crooked men with crooked smiles. Crooked pennies lie in their pockets and crooked beds they spend the night. Crooked laws they like to hide behind as they go from town to town. Is there any how or any way to bring them crashing down?
Thanks.
Yo!
Well, if you like what you're hearing, you could make your way to our website, which is thejollybegarsmusic.com. We have our 3 most recent CDs for sale on there. They are $15 a piece. That includes shipping. You can get a copy of Bound Far Away, which came out in 2011. You can get a copy of Why Do the Houses Stand? That's from 2014. Or you get a copy of Against the Wide Sky, which came out in 2017. $15 a piece. Go to thejollybegarsmusic.com to find out more about those. We're doing a bunch of newer songs today, but there's a few sprinkled in from other CDs that you might enjoy as well. We have not done an actual Jolly Beggars full band concert at First Church for a while. You might have seen some of us in the Sunday morning service or in any of the Today and Celtic services from the past year. But it's always nice to get the full band back together. The band was performing at our church last summer, but it was for my wedding, which we had to downsize. The original plan was 250 people, all of our friends and family, meeting in the meeting house with a lazy Susan's worth of people doing different parts of the service. Of course, we had to downsize to just immediate family and friends out on the church's front lawn of the Labyrinth, but that was still a hugely important day to us. And so thank you to the church for always being flexible in helping all of our stuff get worked out in the end, even if we have to do it outside, even if we have to do outdoor concerts inside, we always make it work. So thank you to Jim for helping bring us back for our Arts in the Center this year as well. If you saw this morning's worship service video online, you heard us perform this song. This is a set of waltzes that we heard from a band called Lunasa. The first tune is called The Raven's Rock. The second tune is something in Gaelic that translates loosely to Scanlan's Daughter, and I am not going to massacre the Gaelic to try to pronounce it for you. So enjoy these waltzes. So I want to see if there's anything in the comments that we need to see before we wrap up.
Sure.
We've got one more song for you this afternoon. But once again, thanks so much to Jim and everyone at First Church for making this possible. It's nice to slowly and cautiously, optimistically start to refill our calendar with performances, even if they're just virtual for now. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, this concert is only possible with the Music and Fine Arts Fund at First Church West Hartford. So if you make your way to whfirstchurch.org, you can find out how to offer a donation to that so we can continue this concert series. You can also find eventually more information about the final concert in our series this spring, Hiroya Tsukamoto, solo guitar, which is coming up in April. So you can find out more about that on the website. And just a reminder, hope you can tune in this coming Saturday on March 20th at 4 p.m. on the Jolly Beggars Facebook page to enjoy our St. Patrick's Day live stream concert. Hopefully the last time we have to celebrate St. Patrick's Day socially distanced from all of our listeners. Also, you can look us up on thejollybegarsmusic.com, find out more about where we're playing and when as the gigs start coming in. This is a traditional Irish parting song that you may know. It is called The Parting Glass. Once again, thank you so much for listening. Thanks to First Church West Hartford. Here's The Parting Glass.
Of all the money that e'er I've spent it in good company, and all the wrong that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've lost for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, leisure for to stay away, there is a sweet maid in this land who truly has my heart begun. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips I own, she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, the comrades that here I've had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that here I've had would wish me one more day to stay, but since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call good night.
Matt's not here, but is on the tech side of things helping out. I'm Greg. We're the Jolly Beggars. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks
Thank you
for
all
watching.
so much. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Woo, woo, woo. You.